the
So
most
weird.
fucked up thing ever. And
It's
people that are
weird.
listening, the Wachowski sisters, I'm not making this up. Both of them, both of the guys that made The Matrix are now women. It's too fucked up.
It's weird that you see a lot of these like whistleblowers that like Chelsea Manning too.
Yes,
Isn't that really odd?
that's beyond odd.
Yeah.
That's not. That's to me. No, that's where we're in the Matrix. It's
You
like,
know what it is? I think, you know, if you look at many of these whistleblowers, people in the know that may or may not have been, you know, ordered to, you know, hide it in plain sight, like the Wachowski brothers or sisters, whatever, and like Bradley Manning, they actually might have been influenced by like people in Luciferian circles, because obviously Luciferianism is about the androgynous thing with that you know, Baphomet symbol with the goat with tits and a beard. That's a big huge theme in Luciferianism. Satanism is the male and female unification, the well, that in one person, so like androgyny.
It's yeah. There's no doubt. Like the way I see it is that this is a sophisticated psyop that has been rolled out, and that's the whole thing about the Matrix is that, you know, I think a lot of us, I mean, I think there's a lot of good to interpret through the Matrix, and that there was a lot of substance to it that, you know, and even if the intent of those who created it was to send you further down the rabbit hole or to confuse you or eventually control you or whatever, there still is a lot there that you can dig out. I mean, if you watch Mark Passio's explanation of Matrix and all that, there's a lot of good shit there. The problem is like, you know, people would look to the Wachowski brothers as being like, wow, you know, they're revealing the new world order. They're, you know, they're maverick sort of filmmakers that are, you know, with V for Vendetta and shit like that. It's all about, you know, Occupy Wall Street and, you know, stand up to the oppressors and shit like that. But really, they're sisters now. there's no way. I mean, if you're a man, there's no way I can get it. There's no the granted trannies.
The whole what I'm trying to get at there though is maybe they were influenced, because obviously if they had any inside knowledge to make the Matrix, they were probably Luciferians. And
That's
that
it.
whole philosophy, let's say hypothetically, like they broke free from the power structure, or they broke free from the circles of control to at least somewhat show you what's going on with the Matrix movie. Well, maybe they're still Luciferians and they want to be trannies. But I mean, I don't know, like the whole thing.
Or they're playing roles.
Or they're playing roles.
Right. I think that's what it is. I don't believe for a second that Bruce Jenner is, I mean, he's still dating women, you know, and Gigi Gorgeous.
Oh, Bruce Jenner, yeah.
Did you hear about that? Gigi Gorgeous?
Gigi, is that, hold on, I know who that is. Yeah, the one that they all say is gorgeous, beautiful. Young Turks, what's her name there?
Yeah,
said is gorgeous.
Kasparian. Yeah,
Anna Kasparian, yeah,
because she's gorgeous. Let's face it, she's not only famous because she's a YouTube celebrity, but because she's gorgeous. Let's face it, right?
Yeah.
So this is one of the Barbie doll trannies. So you have the person that comes out being gay. So this person comes out, looks extremely gay, right? Extremely gay. You don't have to sell it to me. There it is again. It's gay.
She's gay as it gets, man. That's like beyond Bowie gay.
Okay, so that's the first coming out. Then the gay guy decides that's not enough. I'm gonna go full tranny. So first you get the transsexual, which is just somebody who cross-dresses, right, or dresses up as a woman. And then you get the transgender, where you actually go through the physical sort of process of getting spayed or neutered or whatever. Right? And so that's not even the right term, but you know, getting surgically altered. Although who knows, right? Then she transitions. Then she's a woman, and now she's come out again as a lesbian.
Yeah, of course, right? It's like what?
So I showed this Princess Jewels. I never covered this, but Princess
All right, so
Jewels.
at this
Yep.
point, dude, you could tackle it from both angles because it makes sense either way, right? Either this is just all a freaking setup game, and it's all just a farce, a hoax, a facade, and this person is just playing roles, or it's just a confused idiot that like one day you want to wake up and be a gay man who loves other men or is attracted to other men, then you're a woman, and then you're a lesbian. What the fuck? That's not even fair.
It's insane.
You can't just do that. It's like people actually buy into this stuff like as if this person is genuine in their thoughts and actions. No way.
Well, you gotta be stupid if you can't see the connection between Jenny. There's no way that's an accident that they both have almost identical names and that they both appear together all the time. That they both represent different generations of transitioning. It is my belief that Jazz is actually a girl who's playing a boy that turned into a girl, and that's an easy role.
It wouldn't surprise me at all. I mean, look at yeah. I mean, when you look at Jazz Jennings, it just looks like a girl.
Yeah. I mean, it looked like a girl from day one. It's 6 years old. She's appearing on Katie Couric and on Baba Wawa and Oprah Winfrey. I mean, get the fuck out of here. Who the fuck?
And that's the sick part. That's the sick part, man. When they have the kids turning transgender, because like if you're an adult, it's your right. You do what you want to do, but. And then there's an agenda as well, but that's neither here nor there. Like when I mean elite, what we should make illegal, I don't think it should be allowed that if you're like under like 16, like age of consent, that's the way I see it. Like if you have to be 16 to consent sex, you have to be 16 to want to actually transition, because that is just sick. Little kids like 4 or 5-year-olds,
4-year-old in Australia transition. Is going through the transition, and that the school board, the government very much behind this and are promoting this. They actually have this thing called Gaby. Have you ever heard that?
Gaby?
Gaby.
like a gay baby?
They got a website and a movie. Gaby baby. Oh yeah, man. I covered this way back when. I mean, it makes you want to freak when you see this, and it's all about little kids transitioning, and it's won all these awards, and it's a film, and it's got like a television show to go with it, and it's massive, man. Look at all these festivals and awards that it won: Copenhagen, fucking Edge Festival, Warsaw Film Festival, Melbourne, Sydney. It's from Australia.
So it's about children with gay parents, I think, right?
It's Gaby documentary about kids of gay parents. They're kids with gay parents who are going through transition, that are becoming the opposite sex. And look at the symbolism, dude. The flaming heart. Yeah, it's insane, man. The world's gone fucking mad.
That is just like, I mean, what? It really is such debauchery. I mean, imagine like 50 years ago, this was presented, and people would just.
There'd be pitchforks and
there would be pitchforks in the street. I mean, there would be tarring and feathering.
Yeah, like no, they'd roll out the guillotines, man. I mean,
yeah, no, I mean seriously,
it's insane.
I'm all for progress and I'm all for freedom, but I mean, like this is being pushed on us to obviously destroy us. That's the way I see it. I think it's because. It's one thing to say people can do what they want to do. It's another thing to push this as glorious and as the next cultural phenomenon that's going to shift the paradigm of, everything we've ever known into something much more centrious or whatever. Like, it's just so, like, wrong. Like, what they're trying to do is they're trying to, shove this down our throats to reduce the population and to dismember the actual traditional biological family.
I think there's many things One of them, I believe, is transhumanism. That's why we talked a lot about it tonight. They're getting people to accept the idea that your body is completely, you can manipulate your body, in that psychology that, hey, you know what, you can change your sex, you can change this, you can change, just like, like conditioning people into that. I think ultimately it's about the New World Order taking control of human reproduction, that they're going to make it, they're going to make it that only the elites can have families, or they're gonna bring in, like, Joey Graceffa, who's one of the biggest idiots in the history of YouTube, has just released this Children of Eden book, which is a total New World Order book, man. It's fucking insane. I mean, this is like going to be a bestseller, and it's by some fucking retard who looks like an underwear model.
What's it about?
I did a video on this. Joey Graceffa, all right, has just released this book. So do you know who he is? You've seen him before. Everyone's seen him before.
I'm sure I have.
He's okay. So some of the most, you can see the screen?
Oh yeah, I know who he is. Is he a YouTuber?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. I did a series of videos last year, starting I think in the spring and through like when the YouTube stars came out. And it was something that I think in hindsight, I think at the time it was pretty big, and I was going on about it like it was a big deal. But in hindsight, it's even a bigger deal. And the whole thing was that I believe, and this is why I've been switching over to Supreme Lord Commanders, that YouTube is a massive social conditioning platform, and that they have put these characters in place to push these agendas. So I think that Joey Graceffa, along with Shane Dawson, along with Gigi Gorgeous, along with Ingrid Nilsson, along with so many of these, Hannah Hart, almost every top YouTuber you can think of.
Lacey Green.
Yeah, Lacey Green. She's pushing the transgenderism.
She's pushing the whole SJW, encyclopedia.
She's also pushing transgenderism massively. Like, she has transgender adventures and shit like that. They're all part of this, whether they know it or not, to whatever extent. So Joey Graceffa puts out this book. I've never seen anything like it. So if we look on YouTube here, hang on a second, get to YouTube. Children of Eden. This last week here. So he's got like these highly produced promos for it. Like, first he had the teaser that came out a month ago, and he's walking on a planet that's been depopulated and destroyed, and like all the people that are left are living in this place called Eden. Now this is a generic sort of run-of-the-mill fucking depopulation, New World Order type sci-fi that's been going on for ages, right? So you got him here, and he's walking through the wasteland, and he's half fucking Mad Max, half fucking Boy George,
Yeah.
Right? So you've got this guy, and it's all about the looks. He's an insane narcissist. Like, he is a fucking deplorable, hideous thing. And he's walking through the wasteland, right? I mean, who has this for a book? Who has this type of fucking, all the fish are dead, right? The world is a wasteland. He's got his purple hair, though.
Yeah, how does he manage that? He's got the spray on, but he has no food. Yeah,
that's a good question. Eh? He's got designer sunglasses too. And then yet he's got like Obi-Wan Kenobi's fucking robe.
Yeah, I was gonna say this looks like a scene from Star Wars.
It's what it is. Look at this guy has almost 7 million subscribers.
Yeah,
and this video got nearly 1 million views. Okay, so he's got this, and it's all about sustainable development in the future. Like, he's actually planting something or something here.
I'll find it.
Found life. See, A Children of Eden, a novel by Joey. This guy, his claim to fame is getting in bathtubs full of fucking crap, and he's written this book all of a sudden. It's like total fucking bullshit, man. Let's listen to it.
What's the book is about? Like,
yeah. Okay, so this is what it's about. He talks about it. He says it's all about population. And I think population is the biggest problem that we have on the planet, and that the Chinese implemented a one child per family rule. And so in this futuristic New World Order, there is a concentration of humanity that's in this city called Eden, and every family has a maximum of one child per family, and one family actually has two kids, and they try to hide the second one from, you know, shield her, because it's instant death sort of thing.
So he basically, it's under the presumption that we're still like in danger of overpopulation and global warming and all that. So like basically like Inconvenient Truth, Al Gore era, early 2000s like type thinking.
Yeah, and look at the purple coloring and all that. It's okay. So he says in the video that he thinks that overpopulation is the biggest problem, and that the scarcity of resources and shit. Like, this is a guy that never talks about anything but about his hair and his boyfriend and butt fucking and fucking, you know, getting in the bathtub with, I don't know, fucking Jello and shit like that. I mean, these people are fucking depraved, man. And all of a sudden he's got this deep science. Don't forget to buy my book, my Children of Eden. Now, it's just a ghostwriter that wrote it, and they're using this guy as the model to sell.
Oh
it.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah,
and that's it.
This guy doesn't write books. No way.
That's it. Especially if you see them, man.
That was kind of just planting seeds and everyone how
planting seeds in everyone's heads about how we're destroying the world.
Oh, what a clever little pun there. Planting seeds, sustainable development. Yeah. I mean, wow, it's just funny because
insane, man. This is what's going on. I mean, it's like, and I made this video, and I keep forgetting.
I just need to say, man, because these memories keep popping up in my head about like when I was in, you know, like high school and stuff, and they were showing us Inconvenient Truth, like the Al Gore films and all that, and like I keep forgetting that people still believe this stuff. I always lose sight that there's actually people that still believe all this stuff, that, you know, overpopulation is like a huge threat to like mankind and stuff.
That's it. I mean,
there's like miles and like thousands upon thousands of square miles of like open fields and land and like barren desert.
The entire world population in the state of Texas, and they'd be extremely comfortable. They'd be
with an acre of land each.
Yeah. The myth of overpopulation has been postulated for well over 100 years. I have some really good history books. So I have one that on 20th century, and it's really interesting going through the 20th century and looking back at 1901 or 1900, the year 1900. And one of the biggest worries at that point in time was overpopulation. And then granted, at that time, the pollution was obscene. So like the Thames River in London, so London being one of the most, probably at that point in time, the center of the world, you know, was so polluted because all the sewage and everything was going into it. And, you know, so there was like, back then, there was a serious problem with cities being very unclean places, and places that, you know, viruses would break out, or bacteria or plagues and shit like that. Like,
see, what they do though is they like mix that in with the overpopulation myth, and then all of a sudden it all becomes one you know, whirlwind of environmentalism. If you believe in one, you must believe in the other. When one, it has legitimacy, like pollution, I mean, that's something I'm very much against. And, you know, I think like we should call that out. In fact, you know, there are several issues I've been thinking about making videos about and stuff with pollution, but, you know, they try to mix that in with just this bullshit with overpopulation and even carbon emissions, when carbon's like a natural gas.
Even hurricanes, like a lot of these reports that deal with, well, why is Hurricane Matthew so big, and why are these storms getting? This has been going on for years. This is where Al Gore and the hockey stick and all that comes in, is that they use these you know, these huge natural disasters like Hurricane Katrina, to sell the idea that anthropomorphic global warming is a reality and that we're all being hit by it. And then you see the movies. So you get the movies like the what was the movie?
Day After Tomorrow.
The Day After Tomorrow, which is also by a gay, extremely gay director there, Roland Emmerich, who I think is one of the most lamentable, hideous directors I've ever seen. And you get this conditioning that comes through all their tentacles. So you think about the tentacles that they have and how they've grown into YouTube. These guys, Joey Graceffa, Ingrid Nilsson is one of the most interesting. So Ingrid Nilsson came out last year and said, "I'm gay." I don't know if you remember that. She, and I haven't even watched this. I have to watch this because
like, I'm lesbian. Oh wait, no. Now I want to be a guy, and I'm gonna be a gay guy.
Yeah. So how does this? I want to ask anybody. I wish to God that all these people that are sub to these channels had to watch this podcast. We're funneled in here. You have to watch it. You have to watch it. I want you to tell me something. How is it that a girl who does fashion and beauty products and sells junk food on her channel all of a sudden gets to interview the president of the United States 6 months after coming out saying, "I'm gay"? And then she just happens to date my drunk.
He says it just like that too, man.
Had a heart, and then it becomes a whole thing. And guess what? They broke up. And that was a whole thing. Game of Thrones. So I did the whole thing on her and found out that she was dating. Like, first of all, she's 25 when she came out saying gay. That's fucked up. First of all, I mean, come on. How many sexual interactions do you have by the time you're 25 if you're fucking half decent looking?
Yeah, and she's obviously good looking too.
Yeah, she's good looking. She dated all these YouTube. What, you just found out all this?
I know. Yeah, like in this day and age, you would think. I mean, I knew people even in this. It wasn't quite as socially acceptable even 10 years ago. But like people in like high school, freshman year of high school, coming out as gay, and it was no like big deal. Like, why is she waiting until she's 25? You would think if she was smart, especially on YouTube, the first thing you would do is admit you're gay because you'll just get 1 million subscribers overnight.
Well, her video. So coming out, let's take a look at this for a second here. This was like all over. I mean, this was in every publication, from Huffington Post to the New York Times to Washington Post to the Boston Globe to anything, the BBC, everything. And this is when I really clued into it. And I came out with my videos saying she is a fucking liar. She's full of shit. Now, when she says she's gay, check this out. Okay, I'm gonna do this. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna do it.
I'm doing this. All right. I guess I am just going to get right to it. There's something that I want you to know. And that something is I'm gay. It feels so.
Did you notice the cut? Did you notice the cut right after?
Yeah, it's like because she's probably cracking up.
Yeah, I'll just show you because look, if you're going to come out and you're going to say the most emotional thing that you've ever done in your life, are you going to cut right after you say that?
Right.
I mean, it destroys any authenticity of it. But let's just watch it so the folks that we're watching can see again the cut here.
That something is I'm gay.
There it
feels
is.
So good to say.
Oh my God. And then 6 months later, she's interviewing President Obama about the LBGT. She couldn't even say it properly. She fucked it up like 5 times. She's like, Mr. Obama, are you going to talk about the LBG, she couldn't even pronounce it.
No, I mean, this is pretty, like, it's pretty obvious once you really, like, hammer the point that we had like publications talking about Ingrid Nilsson, like preceding and then immediately following this announcement. Like, and then she's interviewing Obama. Like all of these, you think all these mainstream media outlets, why are they covering Ingrid Nilsson, somebody on YouTube? There's plenty of YouTubers with like a few million subscribers. I mean, there's so many of them. And why were they all over Ingrid Nilsson? And then obviously she came out as gay. I mean, why is everybody covering this? You know what I mean? Like,
it all happened at the same time. So in a period of a few months, all these major YouTubers came out gay. Joey Graceffa came out. Guess all at the same time. They all work for the same fucking multi-channel networks. Whatever, right? And he's got a video, and he's dressed as a prince. There it is, with his boyfriend here, and he's dressed as a prince with a crown. And then guess who else came out? Yeah, Shane Dawson, all at the same time, all of them. Shane Dawson, I'm bi, except with Shane Dawson, I'm bisexual.
I'm bi.
Okay, I'm bisexual. The funniest of all is Lisa Schwartz, who he's still fucking living with and doing videos with. My guess is that Shane Dawson isn't gay. He's probably married to Lisa Schwartz, and he is acting out the role of an extremely gay guy. And he came out and said, I'm bisexual, you know? And it's like,
he looks just like a Onision.
Yeah, so there's another one, right? So the funniest was Lisa Bug, who is a big-time actor and has appeared on the cover of Playboy and has been on all these movies and television shows. And she made this video where she's, you know, I'm so happy for him. I'm so happy for him because now he gets to muff dive and suck cock too. I mean, it's like, what are you being happy for somebody? I mean, how is it? I mean, it's like it's the most selfish thing to say, you know what? I want both. You know, it's like you're like 30 years old. You're supposed to fucking settle down and get married. I mean, they're liars. They're scumbags. They're actors. Now, the funniest of them all is the twins. Did you see those guys?
Oh yeah, the twins.
Thing
yeah,
ever.
They both. Did they like call their dad or something?
They did. Look at this.
Yeah,
23 million views.
Oh my goodness.
Now,
I will say this. To be fair, Jeff. To be fair. Now, I mean, like Ingrid Nilsson, there's no doubt in my mind. Like she is connected to government agencies, I think, or like the Obama administration. I mean, come on, all the signs are there, and some of these other characters too. And I'm not too sure about the twins, but I mean, some of them, like I'm sure you had like a chain reaction cause, and they know this. You know that Google algorithms know this. That if you just put a few big YouTubers out there to do this, that you'll cause a chain reaction of that you know, some of the YouTubers that actually are gay. There's maybe
thousands of people that have come out on YouTube. It became a trend.
Yeah,
so guys came out, and it's the funniest thing ever because you look at these guys and you say, well, they got to be about 20 years old, right? They're young guys, but they're 20 years old. They're fucking twins. All right, now. If these guys, if I saw them for 5 seconds, I'd say screaming homo faggots. You know what I mean? Like, it's instant. How is it possible that their own father could not possibly guess that these guys were gay? I mean, I mean, what do you figure out? What, they're not calling up girls? They're not watching. They don't have Playboys under the bed. You know. I know it's a different generation, but I mean,
they're watching My Little Pony. They're bronies, you know.
Yeah. And then you think about this: how fucked up it is. Like, how fucked up is it? How selfish and how fucking vain do you have to be to actually do this live? Like, they did this. They didn't even just do this. It's not like they recorded it and they put it up on YouTube. They actually did this live on YouTube. And they're going to call my dad. I'm going to call her dad. And it's the funniest thing ever. It's like, Dad, I'm gay. And Austin's gay too. It's like, there's your family line. Done. Just like that. It's over with that.
You can forget ever having grandchildren.
And then they made all these videos about themselves and how everyone thinks that they're dating each other. And everywhere they go in public, they're like, "Oh, you guys are so cute together." And it's like, they're fucking brothers. They're supposed to be twins.
Yeah.
Oh, we just gotta watch a little bit here of them. It's just too funny, man. It's like they're they're trying to tell their dad. Just listen.
All right. There's. Hold on. All right. Hold on 1 second.
I'm gay.
I know. Basically, there's
Don't get
going to
here
be some stuff coming out on YouTube soon, and we just wanted to like call and talk to you about it before. Well,
What stuff?
I mean, I don't really know how else to put it, but like, I'm gay, and Austin is too. We just wanted to like call
Oh my god!
and tell you.
It's not.
So insane.
So they're both gay. Like,
Yeah.
wait a minute.
So
It's almost like I really find that hard to believe. Like, what are the chances? I don't know.
And how would the parents not know? I mean, you fucking find out instantly. You'd be like, I don't know. He's like 12 years old, and all he does is look at men all day. And shit.
Yeah.
You figure it out pretty quickly. All right, you would figure it out. I mean, if your son, and how crazy is that to have two sons, twins, coming out gay online in front of millions of people? And why would you do that to your parent? Why would you do this live? You know, what if you know, hypothetically, I mean, why would you do this in person? Why are you calling them up?
Dude, it's
the most personal thing ever, and you're doing it on your fucking phone. You know how fucking insane that is?
It's like pure vanity and narcissism. You know, like they don't even have the nerve to actually tell them first and then say it in public. No, they got to make a spectacle of their own personal lives.
Yeah, and they got 23 million views for this, and it created a whole chain reaction, and it's just crazy, man. It's so crazy. Like I look at these guys and I say, yeah, they're gay, whatever, But I mean, the whole fact that all these people are coming out and doing this, and that this was a phase that went through. I mean, it was like a craze, and all the big YouTube channels. So when you put in this here, I'm going to put this on for a second. Here, this is what set me off, was that I saw Katie Couric doing this, and she says, YouTube, traditionally the place for cat videos and shit like that, and old CBS reruns, but now it's being used as a platform for YouTubers to come out with their sexuality. And there's this video, and it was like, and they're showing all these YouTube stars coming out at the same time, and they're all working for the same fucking multi-channel networks, which are all owned by, Disney and Viacom and shit like that. And this, you see this guy, Fred? Did you see? This is another one. Fred comes out. If you haven't seen this guy. Fred comes. He was like a teen that was playing. He's in the bathtub. He's in the bathtub. We covered this the other day.
Is that supposed to be a satire? Like him and his bathtub coming out?
I think what's going on here. All right. What I think is going on is that some of these people might be gay. They act extremely gay. If you see how gay Lucas acts. Like it can't be normal. It's a caricature. It's an extreme sort of gayness. Like I have him here. Let's see if we can find it on my video, and I'll just play this little clip here. Now, anyone that's gay would be offended by this because it's like he's in the bathtub here. Have you seen this?
I don't think so.
You haven't seen this? Just listen to it. It's just a short clip, okay? So I'll play it here. This is a new series I have.
I'm so cheesy and gooey and gay.
What? What? Like,
Yes.
how is
You know what
this?
he's doing?
Is this for real?
It's for real. They're all doing it. They're all doing it. This is the bathtub syndrome. So the whole thing is for these narcissistic trannies to get into bathtubs and do the challenge, whatever the challenge is. So his challenge here is to get into a bathtub full of fucking macaroni and cheese.
It's like an extremely like satanic, degenerate form of like singing in the rain. You know, it's weird.
But what kind of gay person, like what he is doing here, and if you see his videos, so let's just show you Fred. We'll just go to Lucas Fred. Just click on any of his videos and you see, like, do it yourself giant slime Orbeez stress ball. They all do the same shit. All right, so here he is dyeing his hair unicorn pastel rainbow heaven.
It's like total garbage, dude.
Look at this. They're all doing it. They're all doing the same thing. This is why I'm like losing my skull doing Supreme Lord Commander, because I'm like, these people are fucking wretched. But watch the beginning of the video, what he does here. I'll just show you.
Oh my god, look how cool I look.
So awesome.
Dude.
This is bullshit, man. This is
It's like something out of like a sci-fi like film with like I can't even describe it. It's like some sort of dystopian propaganda of the future or something. Like I don't know.
Normalizing the insanity of the LGBTPQ and NWO. That's what they're doing. They are pushing extremely gay lifestyles onto kids.
It's like a gay, like homosexual version of those commercials you saw in Idiocracy and those like TV shows they would watch. It's sort of like a gay, like Tumblr version of that.
It's exactly what's going on. I mean, they are all these channels are doing the same thing. They're all acting extremely gay. So Shane Dawson is one of the worst at this. He acts so gay all the time. And like they push like Shane Dawson, one of the most wretched people on the planet. These people, they're all just awful human beings. So Shane Dawson, I'll give you an example. You just look at his thumbnails and you figure it all out, like right away. Black waffles. So you know what he does to make things black? He spray paints them.
I thought that he was going to say he's going to burn them.
Shit you not. So what do you get on Shane Dawson? Let's take a look at his content. So try not to cringe with probably a new YouTube tranny. Mandela effect.
Oh, wow.
Hannah, have you seen my 45 videos dealing with my stalker series? Have you seen this girl? I mean, she's claiming that she's got a stalker and she uses text that she found off the internet that was been up for years and said it was like, some psycho writing to her and shit like that.
Yeah, no, I heard about that.
All right, so you see what he does. Deep fried Twinkies, giant pumpkin. Like he advertised all the products. So Burger King, he's eating Burger King, Cheetos. And he's dressing up as a girl. He's trying on Caitlyn Jenner and whatever, fucking Jenner, fucking bullshit. Then he does the idiotic conspiracies like Mandela effect and shit like that. Taylor Swift is a clone, right? And then he spray paints things black and pretends to eat them and then spits them out. He makes these horrible concoctions like this giant donut cake. And I'll just give you an example. He in these videos, he talks about how gay he is and how he hasn't taken a shit in over a week and how his proctologist got scared when he looked at his ass, and he's been shoving shit up there and all this stuff. Like
What?
he acts extraordinarily gay. Like, and what people are telling me, like, okay, so what he does is this: he stacks 24 donuts and covers them with fucking this disgusting, pink fucking goo, and then pretends to eat them. I'll just play a second here. So,
I'm not kidding. Me not pooping for a week is like Demi Lovato not getting into a Twitter fight for a day. Like it doesn't happen.
Right, and then we're gonna put the M&Ms one down, which I might have already taken a little lick of. And then we're gonna put our little Reese's baby over here because we already know how she is.
Let down.
Okay, time to add the frosting. Oh, my favorite part. Now this pink frosting is so pretty. Oh my god. Oh. Oh.
What?
Now that I only make these noises for food. Oh. Okay, I'm not going to use too much because we have a lot to frost. So just enough to have them all stick together. We're all in this together. A bunch of donuts and frosting. We're going to get diabetes. And we might already have it because when we were 13, we went to the doctor and they did a blood test and they said we're on the verge. Next layer. Okay,
What the fuck?
this is what I've been covering, man. It's insane. This is the most popular YouTube channels in the world. This is what they're doing to kids.
It's just sickening because obviously this is all extremely bad for you. This food that they're pushing, it's just so bad.
Look at what it looks like in the end. Look at this. Just take a look at this. And he pretends to eat it. He says he's eating this shit all the time. And yet in one of his videos, and some of his listeners have cued me in on this, they said, no, he's a health freak. It's all an act. He's all full of shit. And so in one of his videos, he actually walks into like an exercise room. It's like he's like in a really ritzy looking house. So, and he does a bunch of videos with Lisa Schwartz. So I think they're actually an item sort of thing, and they're But look at this.
Oh
look at
my
this.
god. Okay. All right. Now I gotta ice the sides. I'm gonna try to make this look like a real cake.
This is what people are watching.
Let's just. Oh my god. Oh
This is
my
so
god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, I just want to fucking marry it. Oh my god. I mean, if this is what marriage was, I wouldn't end up alone. I would actually have hope. Remember that one video when the psychic twin said I was going to be alone for the rest of my life? That was fun. Anyways, glad I have this donut cake. Oh my god. Okay.
What?
It's insane. This is what it looks
total
like.
Garbage, dude. It's just garbage.
It's garbage, but it's also programming because if you look, it's all the products. So here's the Oreo, and of course, it never looks like the thumbnail. It always looks like something horrible. He's doing with Lisa Schwartz the Reese cake. This is supposed to be the girl that he broke up with so he could suck cock because he wanted to be bisexual. This is what they all do. Like they all get into bathtubs full of shit. They all fucking put together these hideous things. None of them have any skills. And what I think is this is what I said in my videos that we're critiquing the shit. I said Shane Dawson is acting like a depraved, complete selfie, narcissistic, extreme fag, and eating the worst foods in order to program his listeners into this type of lifestyle and to thinking that this is a perfectly normal way for young kids to be, because these are the people that the young kids are sub to. Like
It's crazy.
This video got.
What people may not understand is that like little kids watching this, and that's who watches this. It used to be TV, used to be Sesame Street and stuff like that, but now it's YouTube because they're digital natives. They call them the new generation. Anyone born basically after the year 2000, the little kids. This is what they're watching. This is what they grew up on. It's not the Teletubbies anymore, and that was bad
The
enough.
Teletubbies was just as bad.
Yeah, yeah. Well, yeah, it's actually very similar to the Teletubbies.
It's extremely sexual. You ever seen the Teletubbies?
Well, no, I was gonna say it's very similar. Yeah.
Check this out. I'll just show you.
The same messages are being portrayed. Teletubbies is a poor example. I meant it's not Ninja Turtles anymore, but like the kids watch these YouTube videos. This is what they grow up on, and they watch it, and they just think this is what this is what it is to be cool and normal, and this is what I want to try to do. I want to be like this, and this is what's fun. And like, trust me, I have nieces and nephews, and this is what they do. They don't watch TV; they watch YouTube. So
yeah, have you seen this shit? The Teletubbies?
Oh yeah, I've seen it. Yeah. Yep. I've seen. Yeah, it's all. This
is all part of it. I mean, the gay, the rainbow, right? The sexual symbols on their heads. This is Tavistock Institute. This is where it comes from. They're like, no kid under the age of 6 should be ever in front of a screen. And this is for babies. This is for babies to
little tiny kids. But hey, Jeff, I gotta get going because I gotta wake up really early, man.
Okay, so, dude. Thanks so much for coming in. It was a blast.
For sure, man. And until next time, man. Hopefully soon. Thanks for having me on again. Much love, and I hope to talk to you soon.
All right, buddy. We'll talk
later,
soon.
everybody in the chat. Bye.
Bye. That is, of course, the great Press Reset Earth. If you're not subbed to his channel, you are missing out big time. So I'll try to put his link in the description. I'm always bad with that shit, but I'll try to do that tomorrow. I'm gonna have to close out here too. This has gone on pretty long. I mean, we're what are we? 11:35 here, 11:37. So we started at about 8 o'clock. So yeah, we're getting up there in an hour.